Hello, my name is L'Tona Lamonte, and I got next.
You next up and you ain't been on SportsLifeTalk. Like, what are you doing? Hey, you better hit him up. Look, you breaking next and you up next. Keep the coins go hard. Rise and star on the big scene. Make them know who you are. You don't break a sweat. Don't settle for less. They put you through that test. Your resume that flesh. Who got next? Who got next? SLT, first say go. Who got next? Who got next? Living my dreams and all your goals. Who got next? Who got next? You can ask B. Jones or head coach. Who got next? Who got next? You next up, so here's my vote.
Yeah, SLT Nation, welcome back to another fire episode of Sports Life Talks. You got next, a premium platform that gives exposure to the voices of tomorrow. That's right, we're talking about the rising stars who are living out big dreams and accomplishing big things. And ladies and gentlemen, I want everybody to put your L's up. That's right, we got one of the dopest HBCU coaches in the building. Hey, got over 14 years in Division I basketball. And we got it, y'all. I don't know how Kevin is keeping this momentum, giving exposure to these beautiful, amazing, talented African-American female coaches. But we got to add another one to the registry. We got L'Tona Lamonte. Welcome to the show. How you doing today, L'Tona?
I'm doing great. I'm still bopping off of that. You got next.
I get fired up every time the show come on. I become the Louisiana. Hey, well, Coach, welcome to the show. We're about to get to your story, and we're going to take you through the Sports Life Talk initiation in one more second. So buckle up. Hey, check this out. If this is your first time joining the show, welcome aboard the Sports Life Talk Nation. You got next. I am your host, the mouth of the South, B. Jones, Mr. Yeet himself. I'm rocking alongside of my co-host, my partner in crime, my brother from another mother, the assistant coach, KT. Kev, how you feeling today, sir?
Man, B. Jones, after the day I had at work, I'm just ready for some good times, man. And I know Coach is going to bring those, so let's go.
Well, I would tell you what, you keep signing up these types of coaches, man. We might not have to have no 9-to-5s no more, bro, because this story here is about to give it to them. All right, well, check this out. Once again, I would be just a fool or an idiot to not thank you so much for joining the show. There are a million other sports podcasts out there, so you chose to choose to rock with us. Your time is appreciative, so thank you for letting us be a part of your life. But we do want to ask one small little favor. A couple of small little favors. The first one is stop right now, share this episode, get this thing out. Let's get this thing cracking. There are some people out there that need to hear about this story, just like you about to hear about it. So send this out to 2 or 3 friends. Share the love. And second, we want to keep you on long term. We want you to come rock with us routinely. We have over 200 shows that we've done with some amazing, brilliant coaches like the one today. On the count of 3, in You Got Next tradition, we need you to smash that subscribe button and join our family. Are y'all ready? Coach, is the Rams ready?
The Rams are always ready. I'm telling you, you're going to have a bunch of subscribers. So I'm telling them right there, hit that button.
We love to hear that.
All right, here we go. Winston-Salem Nation. 1, 2, 3. Check this out. Welcome to the family. You got 2 new play cousins. Kevin and I, we don't do fans. We don't do follows. We do family members, and you are the newest member of the Sports Life Talk family. Now, Coach, all your players and all the people that rock with you, they in the family, but you got to go one more step, all right? We got to get you to cross the burning sands and complete the Sports Life Talk initiation. Are you ready for that? That challenge?
I didn't realize I was going to be pledging tonight, but let's go. Am I good?
Hey, no hazing though.
No hazing. Ain't no hazing around here.
To initiate you into the SLT family, you got to give us your top 5 music artists.
Ooh, that's tough right there. So number 1 is Biggie. I'm a huge Biggie fan.
Biggie, can't you see?
Does it have to be hip hop or can it
No, this is your top 5.
All right, so I love some Biggie, Prince, Shaka Khan.
Shaka Khan.
Jay-Z is actually up there for me. I know that's hard to say, but I like the whole. And then I guess I'm gonna have to go with Rochelle Farrell because I'm a jazz person too.
Now that's a new one, Kevin. You know something about that?
Yes, I have heard of her before.
Oh,
Yes.
I'm sorry, Sports. Like, y'all know I love this dude. Kevin, stop. You don't know anything about no Rochelle for real.
I mean, I can tell you a song of hers, but I've heard her music before, B. Jones. I don't know why
It's
you
a
keep
guy. That's a guy.
It's a girl.
No, I'm just
a girl, dude.
I was about to say, she needs all types of notes. Now, you ain't gonna be talking bad about Rachel for real right now.
Hey, look, he froze up for a second. He was like, is it?
No, I already knew it was a woman. So nice try, though. I want to make you look dumb on air once again. Stop messing up my initiation.
Oh, go ahead. I'm having fun.
All right, so give us some of your favorite sports teams.
So back in the day, I was a huge Dallas fan, Cowboys. But, you know, when they let my coach go, I let them go.
Who was your coach?
Oh, Jimmy Johnson, the best ever.
Okay.
You know,
So you ain't been a Cowboy fan.
No, I haven't been a fan since. And, you know, ironically, they haven't won since.
Good for you. Good for you.
You know, Winston-Salem State's number one.
Yep.
Second, I'm going to have to go with Duke men's basketball. Coach K all the way, baby.
Ooh.
Even in retirement. I'm from North Carolina, so you know that's a problem right there.
North Cackalack.
Yeah, North Cack. Look, I'm going to always cheer for the home team, so I'm going to have to go with the Carolina Panthers, you know, the Hornets, and also probably our hockey team.
Yeah, the Hurricane.
Yeah. So I go with them. That'll be my 5.
All right, Kevin, how many can I give her? I feel like giving a 5 right now.
You got to give a 5.
Thank you.
Yeah, count them up. That was an excellent list.
You won. The top 5 was great. I almost docked her for talking about the Cowboys, though. But I let her make it. She's an HBCU coach. She's a beautiful queen.
Now, Kevin, you need to congratulate her for getting off of that narcotic. She quit drugs back in '96. Yeah, she stopped it.
Then I became a Miami fan because Coach went down to Miami, so I had to follow him. You know how people leave where LeBron goes, they go? That's how it was with Jimmy Johnson.
Yeah, but what did they get you? They didn't get you too much. I mean,
she ain't losing like that.
Hey, there you go. Hey,
Carolina Panthers have been to 2, not 1, but 2 Super Bowls in the last 20 years, Kevin.
That is true, and they've lost both.
They lost both.
And the Cowboys has made it to how many?
You know what? That's not important.
Okay, that's what
this is your show, Coach.
I'm going to cricket sound on it.
Yeah. I got to get back on track now. I'm about to get attacked. All right, so who is your favorite superhero and why?
Oh, it's definitely Wonder Woman. Let me tell you, when I was a kid, I used to go outside with her little underwear on, flying all throughout my neighborhood. So I love me some Wonder Woman, spinning around in circles till I got dizzy. So when the new shows came out with those episode movies, man, I was one of the first ones in line with my cape on. I was ready.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with first it was Linda Carter, then it was 𝐥𝐤𝐤. But now DC has a black one. Her name is Nubia. So Nubia, since every good superhero needs their own theme music, what would your theme song be?
So I'm a Lil' Kim fan too. You know, she wasn't in my top 5. She's in my top 10. So, you know, anything Lil' Kim come on, it's over. You want to rumble with the beat.
Put a hex on your whole family.
Yes. Hey, that's all I need right there.
That remix was off the chain.
That remix was off the chain. Hey, what about Coach dropping bars though? Oh, that was dope.
I mean, what'd you expect? She's from HBCU, man. You know, they built different, man.
We are built different. That's true.
All right, so we're going to talk a little bit about that.
We sure are. So on behalf of the SLT Nation, we want to welcome you into our family. The initiation's over. You can rest. Your dues are paid. B. Jones, go ahead and take it away.
All right, Coach. Well, welcome to the family. We are so excited for you to stop by and join us because I don't know. I feel kind of like when we started this mission, it was like, hey, we want to tell the story of Rising Stars. But somewhere along the line, Kevin has just kind of really morphed us into this platform that really speaks volumes for not only just the women's games and in volleyball, basketball, soccer, tennis. It don't matter, but he really does a great job of giving exposure to African American coaches. So I just want to send a shout out to you, Queen, because I know you carry a lot. You are the Queen Bee, and so we're gonna talk a little bit about it. Now, you've been bragging on this thing about North Cackalack, and I've heard some things about North Carolina myself. You know, I've always kind of wanted to go up there and visit and chill and just kind of relax. But tell us what it was like growing up in Winston-Salem.
So, you know, ironically, I'm from the same city where I'm coaching at. So, growing up in Winston was a little different. I actually grew up in, I don't like to say projects, you know, I just feel like that's a state of mind. So I grew up in housing authority here. So I grew up in Piedmont Circle was one, and then the other one was Happy Hills. So I'm just thankful for the way they raised me. You know, back then, the entire community had a hand in how you was growing up. And so it's not like that anymore. So I try to go back and do as much as possible. But let me tell you, man, going out there playing basketball with the boys, being knocked down a couple of times, I was like one of the biggest tomboys. So when people see me in my heels and my dresses, they're like, hold up, who is that? So, I mean, I'm just grateful, man. I played multiple sports. I was also in a band. So I'm just grateful for everything that Winston taught me. And it made me who I am.
I can tell you what, Kevin, when she said she was from Piedmont Circle, I already knew where she was from. I already knew where she was from.
Yes.
Piedmont Circle, stand up. Yes. Hey, we showing up a lot of y'all. All right, Coach. What? So you now, were you able to get some buckets, or because I mean, like your accolades, the bio was crazy. You literally was almost in like 4 or 5 sports, right? I know softball was a big one. Basketball. Tell us. Kind of walk us through the individual sports you participated in high school and college.
Oh yeah, so high school and college, I was cross country in college. So I'll just name college first. So it was cross country, women's basketball, and then I also played softball. But I also marched in the band my first year in college. I was a prop kid, you know, coming out of high school. I was smart, but I didn't do homework. So you know, I came in, I couldn't play the first year. So a lot of people in the city knew I was a drummer, especially on the drum line. So they asked me to come and play the drums the first year.
Coach got to be the coolest one. So we got a little Nick Cannon action on this thing.
Hey.
So you was an HBCU. Oh my goodness. Okay. And then what other sports did you add on to it in high school? Did you have any other ones?
Well, in high school, I was on the track team for one day. And then let me tell you, I didn't realize how much running you had to do. But trying to run on the track, and then I had to sprint over to softball practice. I was like, I can't do it. Yeah, so I just went ahead and just stuck with softball. Now,
interesting fact, y'all. Coach is in the NCAA history book for stolen bases right now. So I'm curious, how does somebody who has such a prestigious softball career, what made you decide to choose basketball as your first love?
You know what's crazy? I tell people all the time, I don't think I chose either one. I just loved them both. And I loved them equally. Ironically, I was just fast. You know, I ran a lot in my neighborhood. You know, you got to run from people when you grow up in housing authority sometimes. Yeah. So, you know, I had speed. You can't tell now. I got these chubby cheeks, but man, I used to run. And so my softball coach in college, this is the crazy part. He would always tell me like, hold up, don't go. I would go anyway. And so, you know, like, let me tell you, it helped me my junior year, because my junior year, I actually I actually had the record. And so I have a plaque. The NCAA has my names in the hall of, well, it's in their little hall. My last year playing, if I would have listened to my coach, I would have won it back to back. I would have led the nation in stolen bases. So I stole a base and got tagged out. It messed up my percentage. So I was second my senior year.
Out there being hard-headed.
Knowing it all. That's what I get, huh?
Yeah. I like that energy, though, Coach. She said, I was running anyway. It didn't matter if I thought about it. You heard shots fired. Hey, Coach, go on again. All right.
Hey, no, you want to hear a funny story? So we're playing at Fayetteville State. We're at Fayetteville State, my junior year in college. And Fayetteville State has on these blue bandanas, and they have a blue uniform. We're Winston. We have on red with our red bandana.
Oh,
no lie. Everybody knows Vietnam. That's what we call Fayetteville. That was the city that had gangs back in the day. The Bloods and the Crips roll up to the field because they see us out there. No lie. They standing at the fence and they're watching. And we like, oh my gosh. So we was prepared.
Heartbeat a million miles per hour.
They cheered the entire time. Like the Bloods was cheering, the Crips was cheering. And then afterwards, they went their separate ways, but they rolled up on the field. They didn't know what was going on. It was crazy.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
That could have got nasty too.
Yeah. Police, let me tell you, campus police rolled up. That joker went right back around the other way.
Oh, he got a fire.
They ain't dealing with that.
Hey, what bill for that, Kevin? I'm with Campus Police on that one. I'm gonna let y'all have this one. All right, but Coach, so now let's talk about this thing, because you had an illustrious career on the field. I know you played a lot of sports, accomplished and created a lot of accolades, but man, what you've done post playing days has been, crazy. You've been coaching for over 20 years. You've coached at all the levels, 14 years and experience on the highest level. Take us through the whole coaching experience here. This story is crazy.
Yeah, man, I've been blessed. I really have. I wasn't even trying to go into coaching. I just wanted to be rich so I can change my mom's situation. That's really it. And I went into coaching where I was poor forever.
I was about to say, have you hit that rich yet?
What? No, I'm still trying to hit itch. That's what I'm trying to get to. But it all started because my junior year in college, I had to do a practicum. And I went to Carver High School, and ironically, the AD at the time was like, "Nah, girl, you ain't gonna do that. You're gonna be my assistant coach." I said, "No, sir. I came here to shadow you." He let me finish my gripes, and he was like, "You done?" I said, "Yes, sir." And he said, "Okay, you're gonna be my assistant coach if you want this credit." So from doing that, I ended up going to Tennessee, and I did an internship with Pat Summitt for 6 months. I wasn't even trying to coach. Yes. So I went over there to be with the AD. I don't even know who Pat Summitt is. How crazy is this? I knew the AD because at the time there was 3 different women athletic director programs. It was South Carolina, Tennessee, and Texas. So I went to go shadow Joan Cronin. But when I got there, she had me around tickets and business, and Pat Summitt was in the office. So every day they were doing different things to me because I didn't know who she was, and they was just using me. So man, I got so many stories about that. It was ridiculous. So when I went to graduate school, I decided to go to Georgia Southern instead of going back to Tennessee because I wanted something different. I felt like it was just easy up there. And so that's how I got into coaching. When I was down there at Georgia Southern, the third assistant left and went to Western. And the coach was like, "Hey, I heard you was with Pat." And I was like, "Yeah, I was up there with her." And so he was like, "Well, look, I'm going to hire you as my third." And so as a restricted earnings coach, I made like $10,000
a year?
Those years. Oh, yeah. And so, I was having to work camps and do different things in the summer. You have to grind. And I think that's what people miss out on in coaching. You're not going to just go straight to the top. You got to grind it out, and then it's part of being blessed and being at the right moment at the right time. So, because of that internship with Pat, I ended up working for Kelly Jolly Harper, who's now the head coach at Tennessee. So I started off with her when she was at Western. We won like 3 or 4 championships and then went to NC State. And then I started with Cam Newbauer, and he was a new head coach. He ended up going to Florida. So I've been with some great people, man. I've just been blessed. I really have. Yeah,
you have. And weren't you with the Wolfpack at one point in time, too?
Yes. I went to NC State with Kelly. So, yes.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you some crazy stuff, man. So what has been your secret, though? Let's just be real. Like, it's some aspiring young head coaches or just people that want to rise up. Is there one single thing that if you had the opportunity to sit down with somebody and say, "Hey, listen, if you want to make it, this is what you got to do. You got to be on time." Whatever the tip is, I need that tip right now. I'm asking for a friend.
Your friend needs to know, be great where you are. Sometimes we can be planted in a spot and we're so looking for our next moment that we miss out on the blessings of where we are. And so like each spot and location I was at, I made sure I said thank you every morning. I was just grateful to God. And then from there, I made the most of every opportunity. So I never had any issues there. And because they saw my work ethic and how much I was riding for that program, man, I'm telling you, I was able to get other opportunities. But I lived in my moment, and that's what people forget to do.
Now, we've seen over the last 2 or 3 years the evolution of women's basketball. And let's just keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, I'm calling it evolution, but to me, we kind of like the rock hitting the earth, right? I mean, we just getting started with the brilliance and what you guys are capable of doing. What do you think about these new, like you got NIL that's came, you got mental health awareness, you got, Black Lives Matter, where we doing more, we focusing more on African American or people of color. I mean, all of this is going on at the same time, and you taking over Winston-Salem out here in HBCU. What's kind of going through your mind, Coach, with kind of the culture change and the shift? Because you came from Piedmont, so I know you know an elbow or two, right? You came up with, they were kind of hard on you, but now you got to kind of coach differently. Tell us a little bit about how you've been handling this culture shift.
Man, it was tough because you got to remember, when I grew up, our coach could tell us to walk, to run through a wall. My thing is how big you want that hole. You know, it's not like that with these kids. They want to know why you want me running through this hole, and you know, is it beneficial for me to do this? So you get a lot of questions, and man, I'm telling you, I'm one of those old schools that be like, "Cause I said so, dang, just do it."
My daughter must play for you, cause good Lord.
Ooh, don't start me. But I'm gonna tell you what I had to learn though. It's a different generation and it's a different mindset. This is a generation that has all been blessed to receive a trophy for winning. You know, when I was growing up, we didn't get a trophy. You had to earn it. So then once I got beat by those boys, guess what I did? I was busting my tail on that court because I was going to show you that's never going to happen again. Well, when everybody gets trophies, they don't know how to work through adversity or how to work through their problems. And so that's things that we do now with our players. We'll have different types of meetings where we're talking about their mental health and then how to talk yourself through it. Because you'll be surprised that some of the things that people say are mental health is just literally, I don't know how to handle adversity. Or I don't know when you tell me no, what am I to do next? You know, especially when everybody's told you yes your whole life. And with this NIL, oh, it is different. Let me tell you, I wish they had that when I was playing because I would have had a ton of money for the services I was throwing out. But we actually have a young lady on our team that has an NLI deal. And I'm proud of her for it. She's a local product in the city. And I told her, use your voice to your advantage. And I tell the players that all the time, be careful what you're tweeting and what you're putting out in the atmosphere. And you can utilize your people at your home. Like you're coming from DC, or if you're coming from Maryland, or you're coming from Florida, you know, let that company know I can represent you in North Carolina. I have a whole new broader audience that can see your product.
You telling your kids like, hey, go get that money, sis. Go get it. Go do your thing. Yeah.
Yes. And you
like
still listen to me. I don't care how much money you have, but you know, we do mental health days too. And we have to, like, you know, I get players that are coming to the office and they're emotional or something has happened. You know, I'll tell them, hey, take this day off. We'll catch up. But I'm not giving days every week and I'm not giving days every month. But, you know, we have to be a little sensitive because this is a different type of generation.
Different type of generation.
Coach, doesn't that get tiring though? We grew up, we could take it, we made it just fine, and nowadays, like you said, everybody's a winner.
But Kevin, I'm gonna tell you this because I had the same conversation, and Coach, I want you to be a part of this too. Our generation, because I'm a middle-aged man, and we couldn't take some of the stuff they took back in the 60s, Kevin, because if they turn some water hose on you or turn some dogs on you right now, you would either be dead or in jail. Think about it. And that generation couldn't take some of the stuff that, you know, the previous. I just think that every generation is kind of built differently on that. I'm gonna get the millennials and the Gen Z.
I totally agree with you, but you just took that to the extreme. I'm getting beat. I'm talking about mentally getting took out. You talking about me getting hit with water.
I just recently had this debate. Like I said, I got a 19-year-old that plays.
I thought you were going to take it back even further when the other stuff was happening to him. And the females, I was like, no, I wasn't made. You're right. But yeah, let's go.
But I got to tell you, that's a great way to analyze it. I never thought of it from that perspective. Like, you're right. I couldn't have taken some of the things my mom had to endure when they had to segregate schools, you know?
And shutting your mouth when you know you didn't, you know what I'm saying? Like us, we're going to speak on it.
Yes. And guess what? This generation now, they're speaking on everything.
Everything.
An opinion about. Like, it's sometimes I told my girls, you don't even need to have an opinion. Just be quiet.
Yeah. See, my mama told me, if I have to come up there, you better not be wrong. My mama generation was like, you better not say nothing. It better not be no talk back period. See, I got away with a little bit of stuff. But all right, let me ask this last question because we started off, we talked about how important it is. We know that women's basketball, we're gonna support y'all, but right now, another part of this culture shift is HBCUs kind of becoming cool again, right? You know, you just talked about the NIL money and all of that good stuff. What do you think our HBCU programs and schools and institutions need to do? Because I got this harebrained scheme, and while the Power Five trying to break away from the NCAA, I think the HBCUs need to start their own little power conference and really start bringing in the black business and the black dollars. Now that's just me. I'm sorry, y'all, but what are your thoughts about getting the HBCU some more optics, some more visibility to where young ladies that play for your program can take that next step?
Well, I think this is a great platform right here. So you're already doing part of it. You know what I mean? Just making sure that we have a voice, and then we're also being seen out here in the community. You know, it's so funny. When I went to college back in the 90s, we didn't have, you had a platform because you had BET. Y'all remember when BET used to play all the games?
BET, yeah.
Yeah, we was excited about BET, but this is what people forget. The people in the 90s always felt like an HBCU was your last resort because you couldn't get into X, Y, and Z university.
Yep.
But then when you did come to HBCU, you actually learned your history and who you were, and you was stronger and you was ready for this world. And so now so many people are tired of being ostracized at these other institutions that they are coming back to the HBCU because they realize, man, I'm going to be loved on. I'm going to learn right from wrong, and I'm going to learn my history so I can be a better person. So with that being stated, you know, I hear you when you're saying break off. I'm not for breaking off just right now.
I'm the mouth of the South, Coach. Yeah, I say off the wall stuff. So you gotta forgive me. I'm being.
It's okay. You be Michael Jackson all you want. You can go ahead and stay off the wall. but we got to be realistic about the funding that we have that's coming to our institutions. Now, Winston was blessed. He's talking about Jeff Bezos' wife giving us $30 million last year.
That's right. I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
And so what she blessed our university with, if you looked at our endowment before her, our endowment was $40 million. She blessed us with $30 million, which was almost the entire endowment our universities had. And we are 130 years old. So, you know, I look at that compared to other institutions that have hundreds of millions of dollars in endowments. That's where we are kind of a little bit lagging when it comes to HBCUs. We're graduating teachers and we're graduating nurses. That's what most Black HBCUs are doing. You know, we're graduating people that's going to come out and be of service. How many of us are really graduating people that are coming out to be doctors, lawyers, entertainers? And when you're doing it at a bigger platform, you know, it does make a difference. Like we're now trying to do a lot more with entrepreneurs. Our university and our chancellor, that's what he's talked about. He's really, really trying to be a little bit ahead of the curve. Because if we graduate business people that are out here making their own money, now they can give back and change the whole dynamics of our
That's right.
But, you know, teachers can only give so much.
Coach, with a $30 million endowment, what color Benz you got, though?
I actually have a gray Toyota Camry.
They ain't kick you down none of that bread. You didn't get none of that.
Paid for. So I am doing it. No, I'm great, man. I'm great. It's not even about me. It's about my school. I graduated from here, and we're doing so much in our community, especially on the eastern part of Winston-Salem, where there's a lot of poverty. The eastern part where we are, our university is located, we got a radius that we've drawn. It is one of the worst school systems in the country. It's also one of the poorest areas in the country. Like we've been ranked in the top 5 around the country for our education system and our poverty in that one area. And so, you know, as an HBCU, we got to uplift that community. Like our nurses go down, they do health care screenings. Our physical therapists go down there so they can help out in that area. We have our business department. They go down and try to help with those, you know, finances and making sure that we're trying to make them economical again. Because you go from being one of the best Black areas to now it's one of the poorest. So, you know, we got other things we have to make sure we're doing better.
Coach, I bet you be giving them hell on that recruiting trail. My God, I'm about to send in or get on Winston-Salem online. I'm about to take an online course at Winston-Salem State. Yes, you sold it. You sold me. All right, Coach. Well, I hate to end this kumbaya session with a little bit of a digression, but it's that time. Welcome to the championship rounds. This is the part of the show with Kevin and I. We go head to head, and you are now officially calling all of the shots. Now, have you ever played a game called Would You Rather before?
I have.
All right, so the rules are very simple. Both hosts will present you an option. You select one of those options. When you select it, that host gains a point. The first host to get 2 points, or the best out of 3, will win this episode of championship round, and the loser, unfortunately, will be just that, a loser. To everybody that saw this episode, they will be known as a loser. Kevin, good luck. Put your L's up. That's what I'm talking about. We ain't talking about losers. That's what I'm saying. We got double L in the building. All right, Coach. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go. Kevin, you won the last game. Let me take this thing back.
All right, Coach. Would you rather coach a player that makes it to the Hall of Fame and in their Hall of Fame speech tell you that they wouldn't be there if it weren't for you, or
would you rather coach a player that became a coach, won a ring, but says they got the double L blueprint? They learned everything from LaTona Lamonte.
Ooh, that's tough. because I'm gonna be honest. I just want my kids to be successful. It's not even about me being recognized. So that's tough because both are talking about recognition. So you both have to get a point on that one.
Me and this dude don't even like each other. Hey, all right, so let's break it down. You got one that you coached and you showed that you can coach players. The other one is you build a coaching tree. You show that you make better people and they become coaches.
Oh, I like that. Better people, because that's what I'm about, is changing and affecting people. I'm all about changing lives.
Yes, you just changed mine because point 1 is on the board. Here we go. Round number 2. Would you rather have Nike pay for an elite basketball camp in which you get to travel around the world educating kids in impoverished areas and influencing them to get out and play basketball, or
would you rather have Under Armour give you your own clothing line where the proceeds go to a scholarship in your name?
All right, so we are an Under Armour school, and ironically, I can't say anything about Nike, so Under Armour it is.
You know what?
Oh, come on!
Kevin, I'm gonna tell y'all something. The producers know who. I'm not gonna do it. I ain't gonna cry. Let's go. Round number 3.
Right.
Do your homework. Ain't that what you would tell me? Do your homework, please. All right, so round 3. Would you rather host your own cooking show where you interview athletes and celebrities while eating at their favorite places in their hometowns, or
Coach, we can't get these Dallas Cowboys this win, all right? Think long and hard about this.
I already did that. I already put my begging in.
All right, Coach, would you rather host a YouTube basketball pickup series where you get to interview professional athletes while playing one-on-one basketball in the gyms that they grew up in?
Oh, that is good.
You know you like to cook.
But you get to have this one-on-one intimate moment in Dwayne Wade in the gym that he grew up, hearing the stories.
But yeah, you can do that
while
in
this park.
I gotta tell you, because you're limiting it to the pros. I want to talk to everybody, so I gotta give it up to just being able to cook. So I gotta give it up to the cook.
And I gotta give it up to you, Coach.
Back to back.
Hey, there we go. Let's go.
Couldn't have done it without you, Coach. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Throw your L up right now, B. Jones. Throw it up. There we go. Thank you. Thank you for playing along. Thank you.
I don't know, Sports Life Talk Nation. I don't know, Nation. Y'all leave some comments on below. I smell the fix was in. That's all I'm gonna say. I think the fix was in.
But then you won the first one. How was the fix in?
I ain't gonna go crying about the referees, but little home cooking. All right, here we go. The title of the show is Sports Life Talks. You got next, in which now everybody who's seen your amazing smile and feeling your infectious energy, they know that there's something cooking up there in Winston-Salem. So now you got to tell us, what does the future hold for you, Coach?
Man, we're trying to win the first ever women's basketball championship here. So out of all our teams, we're the only team on the campus that's never won a CIAA. So that is a mission right there. So that's what the future holds, is being able to hold up the trophy and, represent not only the school and university, but our city.
I mean, how big would that be, though, for you to be homegrown and to lead them to that first?
I was curious. I wish I had more time, because I was curious, how does that feel, right? Growing up right down the street from this university. And I mean, I know you wasn't just sleeping at night like, Lord, just please let me be the coach of Winston-Salem one day. I know that so this probably happened very organically. How did that feel, though, walking through that tunnel every night in and night out and helping create this new generation?
Man, it's wild. I never, ever in my wildest dreams thought I would come to Winston and coach. And it's only because I was always at the Division I level and I was always at PWIs. My dream was to go to an HBCU and take everything I've learned, but I never thought I would come here. Like, I lived literally 5 minutes from Winston-Salem State, and I would hear the NASCAR at night, and I would hear the band playing, and I fell in love with it. And so coming to Winston and coming back home, man, the things that we've been able to do in the community, the way we've been able to be very impactful with these young generation, if we win that championship, man, you can't tell me nothing. And it's not like a brag. It's just that now we can take that trophy around the community, all to the rec centers that I grew up and played in, and just let kids know that, man, I know where you're starting, but it's not where you're at right now. It's where you're going to be in a couple of years. So you can always finish strong.
Well, I'm going to say this, Coach. I ain't trying to say that, it's some good juju on this show, but everybody that's came and sat down, They got off and something good had happened to him. That's all I'm gonna say. Won't he do it? Yes. All right. All right, Kevin.
All but one. The dude that lost his belt in wrestling, but we're not gonna talk about
But that was planned.
I know it's scripted, but it was just funny. He did our show, and then the next week he kept.
Oh no.
Right, so you have any shout outs you want to give, Coach?
I do. I got to give a shout out to Winston-Salem State University Rams, my HBCU. Also got a shout out HBCU Game Day. You know, I've known Stephen Gaither for a long time, and he's done some great work out there where now he's being overshadowed because everybody's focusing on HBCUs now. I also been with me for over 20 years and our 3 daughters. So, you know, it's pretty hard to be with a coach now, and to be with a coach for over 20 years, you got to really love that person a little bit.
Yep.
But
you
I'm
talking about you, the coach. Your husband is not a coach, is he?
No, not anymore. But that's how we met. He was actually a coach when we met. But after we started having children, you know, one of us had to make a decision. I also have to shout out our athletic department. They have done a tremendous job, and our chancellor, Dr. Robinson, man, we're so blessed up here. We really are. And I got to shout you guys out because you guys gave me an opportunity to come on this show. Like, I know y'all didn't know me from Adam, or I guess you would say Eve, but you gave me this platform, so I'm grateful.
Nah, Kevin know you. Kevin know you. I promise you. This wasn't a surprise. This wasn't a shock. This wasn't an accident. It was all intentional. We promise you, Coach. We wanted you on this show because you got a lot to say, and so it was important.
Thank you.
And you represent the HBCU, so we got to get that.
HBCU.
You know it.
All right, Coach.
Let me put up my W's. There we go.
Oh.
Hey, there you go. It looks good now. There you go. We had to teach Sierra how to do it.
Yeah. All right, Coach. This is the part of the show where you get a chance to call the person that you think should have next. Tell them, hey, I got a chance to rock with B. Jones and KT. Told them my story. Why don't you do the same thing? With that said, Coach, who are you giving your game ball to?
Oh, man, I got to make an assist.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is tough. So, are you looking for a male or a female?
We're looking for whoever you want to give us. We don't care.
Whoever you think deserves to sit in that seat
on this show.
Okay, well then can I throw out 2 people?
You can throw out 18 if you wanted, if we had time, but you do what you do.
All right, there's a young lady right now named Tracy Pennywell. She's doing the HBCU Connect right now, and I'm actually going to be speaking at a platform she has on this Friday at Chapel Hill, where she's merged Chapel Hill and FAMU together for a big HBCU summit in Chapel Hill. I don't know too many people that's doing that.
You're not lying.
But she didn't graduate from an HBCU, but her platform now is amazing of the things that she's trying to do and to make sure she's an advocate for us. So she's one, and I can make sure I can give you guys her contact information. And then, you know, Stephen Gaither, he has a story to tell. When he started HBCU Game Day, you know, he was a student in college. And here he was back, I guess now 10, 11 years ago, where he was trying his best, living out of his car, doing all types of things. And he's starting to blow up a little bit.
Oh, yeah. I think you did. Yeah, I know what it is now.
All right. Well, Stephen and Miss Pennywell, we'll be reaching out to you. We're going to be sliding your DMs here pretty soon. Come show us some love. But Coach, hey, you the truth. I have thoroughly enjoyed this. I can't wait to see y'all ring that bell and bring that CIAA championship home. And Coach, it's a lot for me to say that because we've had other coaches out of your division that have been on the show. So I know I'm gonna get it, but I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for you, Coach. I hope you guys can pull it off. Come home, but regardless, your career is impressive. You accomplishing it. You wearing that crown just perfectly. So keep doing what you do because now you got 2 play cousins and you got our support. Anything you need, Coach L'Tona Lamonte, you got next. Sports Life Talk Nation, man, I get choked up. I'm sorry. I get choked up when I do that part because it means a lot to me and I want to give the person their roses. But hey, we did it again. We told y'all this thing was not a game. We're going to keep rocking. We're going to keep bringing y'all some more shows. We got to run today. But listen, don't forget to check Kevin and I out every Wednesday night at 8:00 p.m. Central Standard Time. We stream live on YouTube. Come be a friend to the show. Come be a part of our family. We go live. You can leave comments. You can make fun of Kevin and his bad cowboy takes. Whatever you want to do at Sports Life Talk. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button and don't forget to share this episode. You are single-handedly responsible for helping somebody out. All right, that's all I'm gonna say. It's on you. It's not on me and KT. It's on you. So please share this show. Kevin, congratulations on another win, man.
I know that's 2 back-to-back, man.
I don't even know how you feel good. That was propped up a little bit, but feel good about it.
No, it's called doing your homework. If you study,
yeah,
then
please, y'all watch the next show when I promise you, white meat. I'm a crack that.
Yeah,
head.
whatever. Hey, Coach, thank you so much for rocking with us. This has been a blessing. Like he said, you got two play cousins here in Dallas, so if you ever need any help, holler at us. We got you.
I'm coming up there. I need to get me one of them Winston-Salem jerseys.
Yeah,
hey, when we get off air, send me your size. It won't be a jersey, but I'm gonna send you guys something.
Oh. Hey, we're gonna do a jersey swap. All right, because we're gonna send you something. We're gonna send you some Sports Life Talk gear too.
We're wearing all black when we go. We ain't wearing nothing blue or red because she told us about that.
No.
We're gonna do some blackouts from now on. I'm telling you, away games are all black.
North Cackalack, we coming. Sports Life Talk Nation. We love y'all. Stay safe, be blessed, respect each other, and love one another because together we are better. And keep dreaming big because you never know. Your story may be the next one featured on Sports Life Talks. You got next. Yeet.
See what's crazy is I knew you had next because you always working, you always grinding, you're in your bag because you're always working. Like in due time, I knew you got next. Oh, you did it, huh? Crack the code. You got next, you smashing goals. You want next, you need exposure. Well, Sports Life Talk got the baddest show, like the baddest in the room. Podcast to tune into just for you to talk your shit. Talk your mushroom. You are what you eat and you should consume. Sports Life Talk from the late night to the afternoon, then rinse repeat. Hit the like, leave a comment, or subscribe so you don't miss a beat. You got next, just a small taste of a winning meal from a chef type of celebrity. What's up next is you, at least you better be. Yeah, you got next, yeah. I can feel it, you're a winner just like me. You got next, and what comes next? Tune in next time and you'll see. Cause if you got next, yeah, if you got next, then you're just like me. If you got next, yeah, if you got next, then you know where to be. I'm talking Sports Life, talking this. Yeah. Sports Life, talking this.